Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now, you may notice my t-shirt is the exact same from the video that came out a couple of days ago, but I'm filming this straight after I've done my annual pass video or the season pass video, so I'm not a skanky boy. I'm not wearing the same t-shirt 3 days in a row. So today's topic is a little bit different. We're going to be talking about the difference between The Walking Dead, the ride, and X. Now, X has had a lot of history. I think that's going to have to be a video in itself, talking about the history of X. But today I'm just going to be comparing the Walking Dead ride to X and which one ultimately could be better. So, if you didn't already know and you've only visited the park in the last year, the Walking Dead the ride, which is featured in the dockyard section of the park, used to be an attraction called X, and before that it was X No Way Out. X, still a quick run through, X No Way Out was themed over a military operation. Then it was turned into X, which was like a nightclub theme, and that was what everyone is talking about at this point. I think X No Way Out was ages ago. So The Walking Dead the ride, obviously if you've been there in the last year, it's themed to AMC's The Walking Dead, and it's got a nice little live act section at the end. Definitely a different attraction to all the others in the park, and definitely fits in with the Darren Brown Ghost Train area in the park. So, which is better in my opinion? In my opinion, I would most likely say Walking Dead. This is very controversial. I'm kind of controversial. I'm kind of scared because I know a lot of X fans are going to be out there moaning at me, but X in itself is a really good ride. If you think of Rockin' Roller Coaster down at Disney, it is basically a smaller scale version of that. The exact same track in The Walking Dead the ride, but with some strobe lights and music playing in the background. So don't get me wrong, X was a really good ride. I remember riding it a couple of years back, and it is a really enjoyable experience. The queue is completely different to what it used to be with an X. You used to go straight into where the watchtower is now, and those long corridors at the beginning used to be the queue line. There used to be a little overflow queue line outside, but it's nothing like the Walking Dead one we got now. And you can definitely see, if you watch like some videos on what X was beforehand, you definitely see the transformation between the two. So why do I think the Walking Dead ride's better? Now, this is plainly because it is a lot more interesting. I'm being very careful with my wording here. It is a lot more, in my opinion, like, familiar. Like, we've had all the Walking Dead mazes at Fright Nights and that, and it's a lot more exciting than X was. I mean, you got a whole theme in at the beginning where you go in the watchtower, you got the pre-show, you're getting attacked by the walkers, you've got to go through the corridor, get on the ride, then you go through the live act section. I think it's just a lot more jam-packed than X was, in an opinion. Personal opinion, the actual ride is a bit weak, but the overall experience, I believe, is pretty good. Now, compared to X, X was just get on the ride, you ride around, and that's it. Now, that's what some people prefer, and that's completely fine. It's all based on matter of opinion. But yeah, X itself was basically the ride that Walking Dead ride is now, just without any of obviously the Walking Dead theme or anything. It used to be quite a good atmosphere when you walked into the queue line. You used to have music playing. It was basically themed to a nightclub. You used to go in, there used to be dubstep music playing, and it used to be an overall really enjoyable experience. If you're one to like that sort of stuff. If you like Rockin' Roller Coaster over at Disney, like I said, then you're probably going to like this. You're probably going to be a fan of it, and vice versa. If you're a fan of X, you probably like Rockin' Roller Coaster. Obviously, you don't go upside down on X, so that's the one missing part of it. But it was quite a shock when they did this to X, plainly because they announced it when the season was closed in 2017. It was a closed season. Now, just like they teased it a little bit in the end of year trailer overview thing, where it said "see you at the safe zone" in 2018, and everyone knew instantly it was going to be Walking Dead because we had Fright Nights beforehand, and the font just matched everything that was from the Walking Dead promotion and that from then. Also, the thing that pointed towards this was the fact that planning permissions were submitted to have a massive watchtower outside of the X building. Obviously, we can see that now down the Walking Dead rides. It's got a nice little repaint on the side of it, I noticed. It's got some new wording, but that's not really anything important. So, yeah, it was a shock. Everyone was like, there were rumours circulating, oh, get your last ride on X. These were random people saying this, but no one really took notice of it. Everyone just thought, oh, it'll open as normal. There's not really said anything. And then, bam, it hit us straight in the closed season now. Like, oh, yeah, we're making this massive Walking Dead ride. It's going to be themed to The Walking Dead. We're replacing X. This caused a lot of controversy over Thorpe Park because a lot of people loved X and a lot of people didn't want it to go. But I feel as if it's a worthy replacement, in my opinion. It's not completely trash. Many people disagree with me. They prefer X, and in their opinion they should bring it back. And it is totally viable. They could bring it back, but most of the queue line, this is what's turned me to believe they won't bring X back for a while, is that the queue line, all the thing that they've put into this is going to be hard to take down. It will take most likely the whole close season for it to be dismantled. Okay, so sorry for that little cut there, my iPhone's storage ran out. As I was saying, I can't see it coming back for the next couple of years. It just doesn't look likely for me. There's too much theme in there. It's going to take a good while for Thorpe to dismantle everything, put all the X theming back in. It's just going to be difficult to do. I do think this was planned to stick for a while, and that's why they were a bit not very good reviews. But generally, that area hasn't had very good stuff lately. Obviously, Darren Brown's flopping. I made a video on that a couple of days ago, and that was that's appalling, the way the state that's in now. And then the Walking Dead ride, I can see the future coming towards that for it. So, to be quite honest, I'm not too bothered if it don't come back or it does come back. I know some people are. It would be a really nice addition to bring it back. But if they did bring it back, I think it'd be much, much different to what it was beforehand. Possibly a different theme, just under this name X again. And possibly bring back the military theme. So yeah, that's probably going to do it for today. I filmed 2 videos today, so I'm kind of proud of myself. I'm going to get editing and do brings out over the next couple of days. I'm going to have a day gap, so it's going to be 1 video break and then another video. So see you later, guys. I'll see you in the next one.